DWNProductions.net, masks, busts, props, custom work. If you want something custom made, hit me up and maybe I can do it for you.
Hey, and after you're done with that, head on over to fastcustomshirts.com and peruse the many shirts that are available for your purchasing pleasure. Hey, and if you need custom work, hit me up.
Joe, really though, you like comedies?
No.
Oh shit. So fuck. Sorry, Team Boy Gob. Joe might be, here to break your heart, and he might tell you that, everything you thought was fact was nothing more than a goddamn lie. But just know, I'm with you. And this is the third time I've bought this. I have it on Blu ray, I had it on DVD, and I had it on VHS. And Joe, I wouldn't say this is one of my favorite comedies. I would say this is one of my favorite movies. Nostalgia has a little bit to do with it, but when I rewatched this, I laughed a lot, dog. I laughed a lot.
You have a
And
lot of familiarity with the movie. Why don't you run these good people through the plot of this film?
all right, so we are talking about Cheech and Chong's second movie called Cheech and Chong's Next Movie. And I guess there was a bunch of Joe dug that one because he finally got the joke. So this one was tied up for a minute, like they weren't able to make another movie because I guess legal dealings and stuff. And when they were finally able to make another movie, they settled on, hey, let's just do a day in the life of Cheech and Chong, and that'll be the movie. It's a show about nothing. Boy, does Seinfeld suck. Anyways, so this is a day in the life of Cheech and Chong. It starts out their car runs out of gas. So they fill a fucking old ass garbage can full of gas that they're siphoning out of other people's cars, and it's got like leaves and milk cartons and all that kind of shit in it. And they're just walking down the street spilling gas on each other, and it's terrific. Fucking Trailer Park Boys would do that shit later on and kind of homage that shit, but it's only because it's a classic, Joe. So you cut the shit. Man, there's a bunch of good jokes in here. Like, I'm just gonna fucking name like the point of the movie is it's day in the life of Cheech and Chong. Uh Chong never had a job. Cheech gets fired from his job working on some back lot, some studio gig doing something. Maybe he's a gopher. I'm not 100. Gopher is like somebody who's on set who runs out and picks up stuff and go for this, go for that. That's where the gopher name came from.
They call them PAs now, Tom.
No, that's something else. That's a production assistant. Like
Personally,
that's different than a gopher. Like production assistants stay on the set and they're helping out with shit there. But gophers go like offset if they
they're
need shit.
get coffee and shit for their the talent that they work for.
They could, yes. So he gets fired for that, and so they go to the unemployment office, and some ex-girlfriend, just a bitch he's fucking, she works there, and they start fucking in the office, and they get caught and shit, blah 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 blah. She calls and says, hey Cheech, I'm gonna come and suck your pecker tonight.
Hey, we
He's
forget, Tom, that old Michael Winslow's there. Make
No, no, we're gonna go. I'm just going over the story, and we're gonna go back to the jokes that I like and all that, and some that I don't like. So he says Chong, or no, luckily Cheech gets a call after that one. His cousin's in town. He has a problem at the hotel he's staying at. He didn't understand the rates. So Cheech sends Chong over there to fucking help his cousin out. Just get out of the house so I can go meet my cousin. So it's Cheech's day at home getting ready to get some pussy, and Chong's day out with fucking Cheech's cousin, who's also played by Cheech. Uh so it's a nothing of a story, really. Like, there is no story. Again, it's just a day in the life of Cheech and Chong. There it's I mean, it's just joke, 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 joke. Uh Cheech goes to his job, and he's working on a set, and it's like a rip off of an Incredible Hulk TV show. This was the origin of Red Hulk. So you have this character called Wamba, who's like a Lou Ferrigno type, and he's supposed to crash through a wall. And the scene is, you got like all these fucking 1930s gangsters with their pencil thin mustaches, dressed in fucking pinstripe suits, holding switchblades to all these broads' necks. And all they're saying is, "Help me, Wamba! Help me, Wamba!" And it's just all these fucking goofy bitches acting like fucking shitty actresses, just delivering this fucking line. And it's so funny. Old Elvira shows up and shit. She just doesn't say much but "help me, Wamba." But just all these goofy bitches, and they're doing their like starlit fucking faces and shit. Shit's hilarious. And then fucking Cheech, he does his cheat shit. He doesn't know what's going on. He's like, "Oh yeah, break through that wall over there." And it's the wrong wall, of course. And then so Cheech goes to fucking meet up with Red, not the fine listener of this program, but somebody who's akin to Joe, a southern Mexican, if you will. He wears pelts and shit. And he's at this hotel that's run by Pee Wee Herman. And there was a misunderstanding. He thought he was getting a weekly rate when it was really a day rate. And old Pee Wee's holding Cheech's cousin's Red's baggage for like ransom. But this shit's filled with like the dirtiest weed you've ever seen. It's like a duffel bag full of, it's not even brick weed. It's Cheech and Chong used to say Thai stick all the fucking time. Like, maybe that was a thing where they fucking would tie fucking this dirty ass weed around sticks and shit. If so, that fucking sucks, and I'm sorry. But he has like a duffel bag of fucking, just a lot of fucking weed. So they gotta break into the room to get it. And these fucking 70s people, I don't know. You ever heard of like penis puppet shows before, Joe? Because that's kind of the shit that they were doing. You never heard of getting like whacked off with a sock puppet mouth thing or anything like that?
no.
Because I remember you said like you were into 70s stuff like that. So I didn't know if, that was something you were into, being a let my puppets come aficionado and all. But anyways, while Joe doesn't want to tell you about his intimacies, Red and Chong go into these fucking people's room, and they're having like a little whack off puppet show or whatever, and they get the bag of weed, and now it's like their escapades with this bag of weed. and they just go around town to like a rub and tug shop. What is it? Maybe a bathhouse. I'm not sure. A massage parlor, some shit like that. Surprisingly, no Asians to be found, but they get into antics like that, and they see this one dude there who they end up meeting up with his daughter and going back to their house. And excuse me, Joe, would you like to chime in here and talk a little bit?
Yeah, you do, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll just say Joe thought this movie sucked, and I thought it was pretty great.
Yeah, the movie is about as funny as Tom's synopsis there, which is not at all. You know, it's just fucking idiocy after idiocy, and none of it fucking works, man. It's just dumb. It's just really dumb. I couldn't laugh at any of the shit. I mean, I did laugh because like fuck, this is dumb. This is just stupid. I did not have a good time watching it. I know there is a TV edit that used to come out on TBS or USA.
Comedy Central.
Comedy Central, okay, and it has aliens that are after some diamonds that's fuel for their ship or something. I don't know, but I was waiting for that to come up, and it didn't because I didn't know there was two versions. And but there is a UFO that comes out at the end of the movie, and why? Again, there's no fucking rhyme or reason to any of this. Mm.
There's a good part that always stuck with me. It takes a minute to get there, but when they're all meeting up at the rich people's house, who they find the guy who was at the whorehouse, he's like an upscale citizen. So his daughter brings Chong and Red back along with the hooker that the dad was having sex with. And the mom is like a name in the comedy world. I forget who the fuck she is, but if you'd hear the voice and
Yeah, maybe from some TV show or something that she used to be in regularly.
yeah. So they're like sitting all around having tea and crumpets or whatever. And old Red's like, "Hey, I got a joke for you. Watch me turn this roll like a roll of bread in this napkin into a dick." So he puts the fucking or no, he's see y- that'll my fuck up will play into why I fucking like that shit. So he says, "Watch me turn this roll in this napkin into a piece of fruit." So he puts the roll in the napkin, twists it up, and holds it by his groin so it looks like a dick. And he says, "Oh, it's a peach, ain't it?" It's like, "Oh, you get it?" So then later on, they go to a comedy club and Chong tries to do the same joke. And he's just like, "Hey, man, watch me turn this napkin into a dick." And that shit always cracks me up because it's just fucking the joke completely up and just making it as crude as you possibly can. And that shit just always fucking stuck with me. It's fucking great. Like I'll purposely do shit like that all the fucking time. Again, just because it makes me laugh. But oh man, that shit is like, yep,
I know.
that's how you do a callback.
I heard
Terrific.
on the Hordecast. I heard you fucking.
Yeah, that movie is fucking great. It has so much shit that I quote to this day, dude. The scene when they're fucking walking out of his sister's house with a jar of piss and a bag of fake coke, and Cheech is just like, "Hey man," when they're in the car, "let me get some of that coke." He drinks the piss. Oh, that's fucked up. And he says, oh man, sorry about that. Drink this. And he hands him the fucking jar of piss again. And bubbles start coming out everywhere. That's terrific. I'm sorry, you're fucking dead inside. And the only way you can laugh is if women's getting beat. But Cheech and Chong's next movie is fucking awesome. Dude, the fucking Mr. Bubble drinking piss shit is terrific. Uh a lot of good stuff in here. Don't let Joe's mope ass face fucking deter you from watching that shit. He's an old ass man at the
I'm
end of the line, but this
gonna
shit is fucking good stuff.
the next time you're all moping around, I'm gonna just remind you, hey, buddy, why don't you just put on Cheech and Chong's next movie?
And
That'll
I'll say, oh shit, I got the Blu-ray.
yeah,
Thanks for watching out, dog.
yeah. Now I know how to lift your spirits. You know, when you're in that doom and gloom moment.
Yeah, the shit's great.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I watched this a couple years ago and I'm still fucking laughing. Shit is terrific, but I mean, like we learned, Joe can't even name 3 movies that he likes. He couldn't finish Basketball, and
Fuck,
that's a classic. He says Norm Macdonald sucks because he's Canadian, so doesn't like Chris Farley.
fuck
So
no.
I don't know what to tell you people. If that right there doesn't tell you, maybe he isn't the guy for comedy recommendations.
Uh,
I don't know, but Cheech and Chong's next movie is fucking terrific. Fucking terrific. And unfortunately, I had a list of like series ideas. And,
well,
because Joe was faking the funk, I took Cheech and Chong right off of that.
thank you.
You're welcome, you fake Mexican. That's why you don't like it, because Cheech is a real Mexican and you're
He's
faking it.
fucking real. That's right. Didn't you go off to Canada too during Vietnam or some
You
shit?
sure did, Joe. Like a real Mexican, illegally crossing those borders.
You did.